What if me, Julie, Tao, I made a podcast? Okay, that is so random. I don't know. It would just be about nothing, I guess. It would just be a podcast about nothing. Except whatever I want it to be. Is that weird? I'm out on my balcony now. And my cat is somewhere in someone else's yard. And I am freezing because it's almost midnight. So yeah, I came out here just so I could keep an eye on her, except I don't have night vision, so I can't see her. I would have to turn on the flashlight on my phone. And I just spontaneously decided to record. I don't know where this is gonna go. I have a few ideas. I do talk a lot, so here I am. I don't know. How many times am I gonna say I don't know? Here's something I could share. Fei cui is my favorite Chinese word. It's technically 2 characters, but it means like the green jade. You know how I love green. I have an obsession with green. And I recently learned the word fei cui, which means the most greenest looking jade. And I don't know if that's a common Chinese phrase or what, but tell me if you're Chinese and you know that word. Tell me if it's common or not, or if people say it or use it in a sentence frequently, or if people even know what it is, because as a Chinese person who's born in North America, I'm so out of touch with actual Chinese people from China and their culture. I'm trying to learn a little bit on Douyin, which is the Chinese version of TikTok, which I have on my phone, and I actually view Douyin way more than I view TikTok. And that's because, I don't know. I mean, I view both of them sometimes. But yeah, the way that I got Douyin is I kind of illegally got it, or is it legal? I don't know. I used my aunt's phone number because my aunt lives in Shanghai and she has a Chinese cell phone, and you need to have a Chinese cell phone number in order to get an account on the Chinese TikTok. So yeah, that's how I got it. Please don't tell the Chinese government. Yeah, I'm just trying to make for a name for myself, I guess, in China too. Is that like a business strategy? I don't know. But you know, it's like double the work, because if I upload something to TikTok, then I upload it again onto Douyin, or if I upload it onto Douyin, then I upload it again onto TikTok. You know, it's okay. It's not like I have much else to do right now. Anyway, Tappy, my cat, Tapioca, has just crossed another person's yard. Where did she go? It's a little bit nerve-wracking having her outside right now because, yeah, it's dangerous. There's coyotes, there's cougars, there's wolves. So I guess I'm reckless, but I like having her explore. That's kind of like her natural instinct. I don't want to take that away from her. She used to go out for like 6 hours straight when she was younger. She would just like hang out outside for the whole day. And now that she's older, she doesn't do that as much, and I feel bad because she's the type of cat that really needs like 24/7 stimulation. She's like easily bored. I mean, I feel like all cats are like that, but you dog people probably don't know how much work having a cat is. I don't know, cats are just way more wild, and it seems like, you know, all the internet stereotypes about cats is that they do nothing all day. They just sleep and eat. Tappy does not do that. Like, yeah, she does sleep sometimes, but most of the time she's like howling at the moon or something, like a werewolf. So yeah, if you thought that having a cat would be a quiet, peaceful life, that's not really my experience. Why do I still feel really weird recording this? I don't know if this is ever gonna be published. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. It's just a spur of the moment thing. Like, I just thought, it would be fun to make an audio file that's really long. Actually, this is not long. This is only like 5:28 so far. So what was I saying? Yeah. The thing with me and all my favorite things, like fei cui being my favorite Chinese word now, is that I just make the decision to decide that something's my favorite. Basically, I like it, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna compartmentalize you, or I'm gonna label you, and you are now my favorite thing. For example, I did the same thing with English. My favorite English word is leptictidium. Leptictidium is a type of mammal that used to exist. It does not exist anymore. I just like the way that word sounds. It's my favorite word. Yep. So what else did I want to 分享? I really want to find like a Chinese podcast to listen to so that I can improve my Chinese and just sort of like begin to adopt Chinese mannerisms with my Chinese, because I want to know the latest, Chinese slang and everything, like it's lit or it's fire or whatever. I mean, I think 666is something like that. 666. That's popular in China. Someone just came out and started walking their dog, so I had to pause. It's nice how on this app on my phone I can just pause. Yeah, okay, Tappy is going back inside. Yay, I can go back inside. Good, she is alive, she is well. She got her little stint of entertainment for tonight. But yeah, the power of choice making. You can just decide that something is your favorite thing. Anyway, if you know of a good, interesting Chinese podcast that I might like, that's sort of similar to Emma Chamberlain's or something, I would love to know. I would love to improve my Chinese. But yeah, it's funny how 666 is a sign of fortune in China, but in the Western world, I grew up Christian and I'm still Christian. So 666 is the sign of the Antichrist. I mean, it's the sign of Satan. Or at least that's what my mom would say. And, it's bad luck to buy houses that say 666 or, like in the, what is it called? The little door number? The address number? Yeah, don't get one that says 666. But in China, I think the unlucky number is 4 or something. There's so many just cultural things and references that I am not super familiar with, obviously, because as they said at my church, I'm like a banana, yellow on the outside and white on the inside. I mean, I grew up in Canada, so that's just how it is. I like my poutine. I even like hockey. Well, one time I watched the Canucks, the Vancouver Canucks. And the only time I ever watched it was the time they got to playoffs and then they had that huge riot downtown. I'm convinced that the reason they got that far was because that was the only time I ever watched them. Because I'm obviously their lucky charm, and because I was watching, they did well. I've not watched them since, so yeah, but that was like my first and only time that I ever watched hockey. It was a good time. I mean, watching it was kind of fun. I don't know if I would do it again. Yeah. Oh, one time, Luongo almost ran me over. Luongo was like the goalie. I don't know if he still is, but he was the goalie of the Canucks, and he was driving a car in Gastown. I was walking, I guess, across the street. He almost hit me with his car. It was a nice fancy car, so luckily there was no collision. He got out of his car and he was like sorry or something. Yeah, I don't even know. Sometimes I tell stories and I don't even know if they actually happened. I'm pretty sure this actually happened. Okay, this did happen. It's just I don't tell this story that often, so it just kind of feels like it didn't even happen to me, like it was like in a dream or like deja vu or like happened to me in an alternate universe, but no, this did happen, but I just never talk about it, so it just feels like, I mean, I would be the only person who would know if it happened or not, because Luongo's not going to remember that type of incident that happened years ago, so yeah. But that's my claim to fame with the Canucks, I guess. Tappy is staring at me like I'm doing something really weird, and I think she's right. Wow, how do people talk for 40 minutes straight? I really don't know.
Is this what a professional podcaster looks like? Well, guess what? I'm a fake actor because this is not plugged in. Look, this is like a really old headphone set that my dad used to have. Remember how computers used to be so big and white? They're like white rectangle boxes. That's what my first, like the old computer used to look like. And then there'd be another white rectangle like on the side. So it would like the computer and the little white rectangle thing, or it's not little, it was huge. It would take up so much of the desk. And I remember like my dad had this headphone thing, and so this pink thing would go into like a one of the audio, the thing, the output hole or whatever. And then this one, which is a headphone, would go into the headphone. But now this basically doesn't work on any of the new devices because new devices only have headphone jacks. So I can't really use this microphone unless I have a device that will take the microphone jack or whatever. So I hope that makes sense. But I just decided to put this on and give you a little visual of me as a podcaster. I really don't want to have like a visual. Like if I continue this like as a series on my YouTube channel, I don't want to have a visual because like that's just more work. Because I don't want to look good. I just want to not shower. I really don't like showering. It's like worse than washing the dishes. Like I would rather wash the dishes than shower. Anybody else relate to me? No? No? Okay. Yeah. What was I gonna say? I'm just gonna do like an outro right now. And I'm gonna explain why I'm titling this video or audio irdk. Okay, I'm kind of weird. Well, I just thought because I said I don't know a lot, so I would just name it like irdk, but irdk seems to be referenced a lot online already. So I was like, okay, well, what about irdk? I really don't know. Irdk. That's how irdk came into my head last night. You know, I filmed that audio on my balcony last night, so that's why this is called irdk. Yep, 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 yep. I think this is so funny how it's not plugged in. I'm just gonna hold these little cords here. It's funny. Um, but I like how it could be like a double entendre because it could also stand for I really do know what I'm talking about. Because maybe I do know what I'm talking about. I discredit myself a lot. Maybe. See, I don't even know if I discredit myself. I think that maybe I do, or maybe I come off like I do discredit myself a lot. So that's why I think this would be a funny name. Irdk. But yeah, I might make another one of these if I feel like it. This YouTube channel is just about what I feel like. So it's pretty random. You never know what's coming. I guess that's it. That's it. That's it. Goodbye, Jujubes. Bye bye. Say bye bye to Infinity Hammy and Margarine. I have so many stuffies on the couch. And Brownie. I'm not like a professional podcaster. Like, this is just going on my YouTube. I'm very casual. I'm just making this for fun. I had fun making it. You know, I like just talking and not having to put on makeup or anything. So I tried it out. YOLO. Thanks for hanging out with me. Mwah, 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 mwah. If you're here at the end, you're cool. I don't know. Oh my god. I need to get out of my house more. But I don't, actually. Because I don't want to catch coronavirus. I'm like really, really scared of catching COVID-19, actually. Like, really. So, yeah, I've always been someone who gets sick easily. Like, one time I did a play and I got super sick from that because of being in close proximity with another sick person, obviously. It was not good. I get infected easily. So, it's pretty awesome that I haven't been infected with COVID-19 yet, even though, I went to Costco the other day. I was really scared coming back from Costco that I would have it. And I'm not like some really, really meticulous person. I'm not like a perfectionist or like an OCD person. I'm not someone who suffers from OCD. So I don't wash my hands like a lot of times, but I do when I get home from Costco, but sometimes I forget. And so yeah, I'm not like super careful about that, which is why I feel happy and grateful that I haven't contracted COVID-19 yet. Anyway, I don't want to talk about COVID-19. I said I was gonna leave, so when am I gonna leave? Why is this outro taking like 10 minutes? It turns out I really can ramble. I hope you enjoyed my aimless talking with no point about nothing. See you in my next video. Shatsujin, Honzao. I keep wanting to say Honzaos with an S. Tisk tisk.